Hi, it's Constance again from Inspired Grace Creativity. And so the last part about creativity and problem solving is that it teaches the skills of risk-taking and experimentation. Okay, so I did all this as we talked about with a palette knife, and we were talking about how creativity increases problem solving. So I'm going to change now. I'm going to use this brush and just see what happens when I do that, and because I can get different things. One of the things I like about this brush is you can get you can get this swirling pattern with it. Oh, a nice little drip there. This is, of course, is all a bottom layer, so it may disappear. I reserve the right to change my mind about any of this, which is part of what being adaptable is all about. Sometimes I think it's going to be a bottom layer and it turns out not to be. But this layer is all about playing. It's all about experimentation, taking some risks. Because if you know you're going to paint over it, then, or if you think you are, then it offers a lot more opportunity for just letting go and not worrying about what it's going to look like, what it's going to be like, and just allowing your brush to tell you, or your palette knife to tell you where it wants to go and what it wants to do. I'm actually liking the smoothness that I was getting with the palette knife. I'm liking that better than the swirls of this brush, although it adds something interesting, but it doesn't have to stay there. I can continue to do just whatever the brush wants to do. Go back to that palette knife for a minute. So one of the things when I was thinking about risk taking in this, I realized that the way I take risks has changed throughout my life. When I was a kid, I was pretty shy, and I didn't have a lot of confidence. Although I have pictures of myself when I was about 3 and 4 that said that wasn't always the case, when I was just totally delighted with life. But risk-taking wasn't something I did because it wasn't rewarded in my family particularly. So when I got around people who were risk takers and who were taking risks, I started to learn how to do that, but I was actually doing it almost from a place of defiance. it wasn't really doing it from a place of thoughtfulness. So sometimes it got me in trouble. I mean, that's partly what happens when we're kids, is that we do things, and when we're young adults, we do things that don't always work out, and that's part of the experimentation. And hopefully they don't, they're not something that's going to be so detrimental to us that it impacts our ability to live our lives, which does happen to kids, of course. But now as I've gotten older, and as I've gotten wiser, and as I have learned, and as I have, one of the things is as I have come to trust myself more, my risk taking is a lot more from a place of thoughtfulness. So and sometimes it does take a leap of faith. Like I retired from the job I had at the end of December, and it was something I knew I needed to do, but financially it was a risk, and so I really had to trust that what I had come to know to be true, which is that the universe is an abundant place, and that that the abundance of the universe is always there. If you look, trees always bloom. The sun always shines, even if you can't see it. And so that's what I've had to do, and so far, well, I'm still here. I'm still paying my rent. I'm still able to paint. Still able to do the things that I really love. But I do it with a lot more thought, because I do think 2 or 3 times before I decide to sign up for something, or spend money in a way that and I think that's the difference, is that when I was younger, it was not, my risk taking wasn't particularly thoughtful. So that's it for today. Bye.